Hey everybody, it's me Edward Jones back with a new video. Goodbye to the Browning High Power. I got this news about 2 weeks ago that Browning is going to cease production of the high power pistol, and I didn't really get any more information aside from that. My imagination would tell me that it's because there are plenty more other firearms a little bit better than this one. This is my high power. This was made in 1988, if I remember correctly. I have the capacity for this originally was 13 rounds, but since then they've been 14 rounders, 15 rounders. This is a Ramline 15 round magazine, and there are even some 20 round magazines that you can buy out there. And I imagine that not there are plenty of other handguns out there like like CZ57s, Glock 19s, Glock 17s. Um, various SIG pistols that can the Beretta M9 or M92, or the Beretta 92, I should say, and they can fill the role that this has filled for decades. This design is from 1935. They used to call this the P35 pistol. It was used in the military by Canadians and by the Germans during World War II. It was made, this one, they were produced in Belgium, and they were also used by the British military. Later on down the road, some of these were also imported into. I think the design was imported to South America. There's still some forces that use this pistol, but the production is gonna cease. Um, I gotta say, it was a mystery to me because I think this is a very well made handgun. It was meant to be as a replacement for the 1911 over time, and this is one of the first of the Wonder Nines. The Wonder Nines were a collection of handguns that were made that were chambered at 9 millimeter, and they were called Wonder Nines because they held more than the 7 or 8 capacity magazines that many auto handguns at the time had. So this was a pretty revolutionary design. And I like the high power. I've always said that I want my first 9 millimeter to be a high power, because quite frankly, I'm not that much of a fan of 9 millimeter. But if I figured I was going to get one, I wanted to get I guess what was once seen as the best. And the high power is still a very popular handgun. But now that production has ceased, or is going to cease, I think this year, the value for these have actually shot up. Or rather, I predict they're going to shoot up because these are already expensive. Um, an example I want to give is I remember when I was on the arms list here in Columbia, South Carolina, and I saw someone selling a Browning High Power with a Galco leather holster, a magazine pouch, and it was selling for $1,000. And I swear that ad stayed up for maybe 2 days and I didn't see the ad anymore. So more likely the person who was selling it either decided to change his mind on selling it, or someone bought it, bought it at bought it with $1,000 or somewhere close to that, maybe talked it down to 950 or what have you. But these generally brand new go for. I remember over time I was looking for one of these, and brand new these things will go for about somewhere between $800 to $1,100. Um, so before this was made in 1988, I got mine at a gun show. I got it for $700. That's the most I ever paid for a handgun, and I got a couple magazines with it. And after shooting this, that's when I decided this is gonna be the only 9 millimeter I'll own. I can't think of because there is no other design out there that I like other than the high power. So it was, like I said, it was a shock to me to hear that they're gonna stop production. But like I said, I understand. This is a very expensive gun. It is quite heavy. If you're used to polymer frame handguns. It's not, and there are some that actually are there are some I believe that Browning made that were aluminum framed. Um, I know there's some guns out there that are aluminum framed but have a steel slide, so they're lighter. And this one isn't, to me, it isn't all that heavy, but I think it's because I'm used to shooting uh, steel frame steel frame firearms. All my handguns have steel frames, and that's just how I like it. I like the weight. Helps tame recoil. It feels comfortable in the hand. Uh, you know, and I guess something about a heavier handgun to me that appeals to me. as well as other people out there who like to collect these. Um, I think I think it'd be wise if you came across one of these, or at least even a frame. If you're interested in, in owning one of these, I say go for it. I can't imagine frames for these being over $300, but that may change. I know if you go, I'm pretty sure you can find one of these on Gunbroker, but I remember the prices around the time I bought this, I would go on Gunbroker to look for parts, and I remember seeing, $800, $850, $900, $800, $750, $650, very low. I remember around the time I was looking for one of these, I would look for around $650, and I really, rarely have I had an opportunity to find one. I think I saw one at a gun show I went to around the same year that I bought this, and it was a Canadian one. The Canadian Browning High Powers has a stamp on the front strap of the grip. It has a Canadian military stamp, I think with the maple leaf and some other symbols, and it had like a hump fixed rear sight. But I remember the thing was parkerized. It was a military handgun. It was a little beat to hell, and I think the guy was selling it for $475. I didn't have the money at the time. Otherwise, I would have bought it. I guess I'm glad I held out and got a much nicer one for a couple $100 more. But there's still. I'm pretty sure there are many of them still out there, but I bet that this news coming out about the high power being not going to be made anymore, the value for them have gone up. Now I don't intend on selling my high power anytime soon. That is, I like this handgun, but there might be people who want to cash in on their high power to see what they can get for them. And there are a lot of nicer looking ones than this, but finding a plain one, I think it'd be pretty cool. If I had, I think I would get into collecting these if my income allowed for it, because like I said, it's a very nice handgun. This is Browning designed. It's another designer finished it after John Browning had died, and because he died while in the process of making this handgun. But I'd say if you come across one for sale, take it. I should jump an opportunity if you can afford it. These may wind up being like the Colt Pythons, where many people are out. Many people are looking for them, especially after The Walking Dead, because I've shot a Colt Python many years ago. I liked it, and with the popularity of the show, I'm pretty sure maybe many people out there want to buy that same handgun. I suppose if another show was going to show this handgun being used by the main character, its value would go up. In fact, I remember Beverly Hills Cop, Axel Foley, played by Eddie Murphy, carried a Browning High Power. So I always thought that was a pretty interesting, fact to include in this video. But please, so what do you think? What do you think of the High Power? Do you foresee the price going significantly up? Do you think they're just going to stay relatively, kind of where it is somewhat of an expensive handgun? Do you like the High Power? Do you not like the High Power? What do you think is a good handgun, a good modern gun to take its place if people want this but can't find it? I think there's a Hungarian manufacturer. I think it's like FEK, FEG, something like that. There's a Hungarian manufacturer that makes high power clones, and are they worth checking out? I like to hear your guys. I like to hear your responses. And read your comments and questions. If you're new to the channel, please please check out all the other videos. If you want to make a contribution to the channel, look for my YouTube homepage to give up that cheese button and send to my PayPal account where you can make a donation. Any gripes, complaints, send me a PM. I see what I can do to address them. But that's my video. Goodbye to the Browning High Power. And it ran for a pretty long time, but I guess there are other guns out there to replace one of the original Wonder 9s. I'm Edward Jones, and you guys take care.